Yo guys, what's up? My name is Flying225 and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Aeroclassics DC-10 in the KLM Northwest livery. So as usual, we're going to take a look at the box first. It's pretty standard, pretty cheap looking box. It's a series of the Trijet DC-10s of the Americas. So you see a couple of DC-10s. The Northwest one isn't actually on here, it only has the Northwest Orient. I don't know what's up with that. But if you open it, we see there's this little bag that contains the nose gear and the nose gear doors, which you basically manually have to put in. But it's not a negative thing that you have to manually put the nose gear in, because in this fashion the nose gear can in fact be more detailed and it's not that hard to put it in. Just get some super glue and it's stuck in there. So for a little background information about this model, it's a Northwest DC-10, which Northwest painted half in Northwest livery and half in the KLM livery to celebrate KLM and Northwest's cooperation. The DC-10 is the predecessor of the MD-11. In general, the fuselage was shorter, it didn't feature wingless jet, and it had a 3-man cockpit. Those are the main differences between the DC-10 and the MD-11. So this model really drew my attention as it's such a rare model. I've never seen a model like this before in this sort of color scheme. Let's take a closer look at the model. So I will leave the nose gear down there because I didn't glue it. I don't want to ruin the model by gluing it wrongly or something. So as you can see on the left hand side of the aircraft, Northwest livery is there with a KLM tail, and if we flip it around, the old KLM livery with the Northwest tail. Now the model doesn't have too much detail in it if I compare it to the Martinair MD-11 model that I reviewed last week, but it still has some detail that's worth mentioning. The left hand side of the cabin we can see the Northwest logo. It doesn't have any decals on the engine. It does have these little fairings on the engine, which are classic DC-10 MD-11 style. The American flag and a few of these panels. If we continue further aft of the fuselage, you can see the bulk cargo bay door and an absolutely great looking tail. The exhaust is perfect and the tail looks very good. One thing worth mentioning to my opinion is the fact that these vertical stabilizers are actually, even in the 1/400 scale, bigger on the DC-10 than on the MD-11, which was an actual thing on the real aircraft. For some reason the MD-11 got smaller vertical stabilizers. I don't quite know why, but it's worth mentioning. If you look at the KLM side, we see the 1237 from the registration on the nose gear door. We've got the KLM logo right here. A few details on the door with the escape slides. Two very... I'm gonna say the front cargo bay door is more detailed than the rear one. We don't have an APU panel. We do have an APU exhaust with two little hinges right here. So on the real aircraft that would be because the tail would basically fall down from this part, so you could service the engine. What I also noticed is this tail engine, it's in one piece. If you look at the Gemini DC-10s and MD-11s, you can see how these consist out of two pieces. So that's nice seeing. And I think the vertical stabilizer, as I said, it's great look. I love the Northwest Boeing livery in the first place. So if you take a look at the rest of the aircraft, for example the wings, there's a little chrome detailing on there, which is really good looking to my opinion. You got the flaps, you got the flaperons, the slats, everything is in place as it should be. So if you take a look at the bottom of the plane, you can see the shaping for the wing boxes. Now the landing gear, as I said, it's great looking, to be honest. You don't really miss anything, you know. It's got two great looking engines. If you take a further look at the engines, you can see there's fan detailing in the 1 and 3 engine, but there is actually fan detailing in the tail engine as well, which personally I've never seen before on a DC-10 or MD-11 1/400 model. Now the only thing I don't really like is the cockpit windows. It's not great, it's doable. I mean, as I said on the Martinair MD-11 model, for such a great model in overall, I'm really not gonna mind the cockpit windows being slightly off. Now I know Aeroclassics has a few very good models of old aircraft and rare special liveries, but I didn't know they had this one until I saw it in the store, and I immediately had to buy it because I'd never seen this before, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal. So if you ever see this model in a store for 37 euros, I really recommend buying this. As a DC-10 lover, I absolutely love this, and I think if you have interest in the MD-11 or DC-10, I think you'll do too. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this short review, and I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more of these, just let me know in the comments down below. But thank you so much for watching, I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you guys in the next video.